Hey guys, so we have established our why, we have created our vision, and we've even listed out our buts. So I would get outside more with my kids, but I don't have enough time, but I don't know what to do, whatever your but may be. So in this lesson, I'm going to ask some really hard questions. And this might be a little bit hard to get through, but I know that you guys can do it because I know that your motivation for getting your kids outside is more than any kind of pain you might feel by having to address your butts, right? So here's the thing. What do you want your kid's childhood to look like? What type of parent do you want to be? When your kids look back on their childhood, what do you want them to remember? These are incredibly important questions, and they are going to help push you from your why and your vision past your butts to actually meeting your goals, right? So what we're going to do now is we are going to turn our butts into musts. So we're taking these statements that these are our struggles and our barriers to getting outside, and we're actually turning them around into our reasons for getting outside. Now they become part of our why, and they become part of the driving force to getting us out there. So let me read an example for you. So here, I would get my kids outside more, but I don't have enough time, right? I think this is probably a but for every single parent out there. Here's our must. I must make time to get outside with my kids so they're happier, healthier, and smarter. So they know I value quality time with them, and I will do everything in my power to make it happen. All right, so another but. I'm going to get outside more, but I'm so overwhelmed with my kids. This is a big one for me. I'm a very hard baby, and just him being outside, he likes to run towards cliffs, and I get overwhelmed pretty fast. So here's mine. My kids deserve a peaceful, mindful, and productive mama. Research shows that nature can make us calmer. I must get outside more so that I am not overwhelmed and I am calm, and so that my kids remember a peaceful and calm mama. So I'm turning my but it's so overwhelming to get outside with my small child, and I'm turning into a must. I must get outside with my child, and I must be mindful, and I must reduce my stress and overwhelm. And I can do that a lot by planning, right? Which we're going to get into in the next module. So I'm giving you guys the tools to do this. So we're not just saying it, but we actually have actionable steps in which to do it, right? But the first thing is we want to take our buts and turn them into musts. And then I'm going to give you that step that's in between to connect those two in the next module. So let me just go over a few things. So as we ask those questions, what do you want your kids to remember from their childhood? Do you want them to remember binge watching Netflix over the summer for hours at a time? Or do you want them to remember that time when they jumped off that huge rock and they safely landed in Daddy's arms? The rock might have been 2 feet tall, right? But it was a big deal for them. Do you want them to remember playing video games all by themselves, all alone over the summer? Or do you want them to remember hiking a trail with mama and finding animal tracks and trying to discover what type of animal it was? What types of memories do you want your kids to walk away with? And on the other side of that coin, I am not anti-TV. I'm not anti-video game. My son loves Wildcrafts. He likes to play Plants vs. Zombies. But there's always a balance. And that balance really should weigh towards your child being having more independent play or play with mom and daddy and time outside. It should deal more with family time and be less TV and entertainment driven. Okay, and so that's again what Nature Academy does, is it's giving you the tools to change and to shift that balance from being weighted more towards I'm entertaining my kids with TV. And again, we've all done this. I'm not blaming, I've done it too, but we're trying to work towards shifting that balance so that now our kids are entertaining themselves more outside and independently. So your action step for today is to take your butts and turn them into musts. So every single but that you have on your list, let me show you mine. I have quite a few. Let's see, where did they go? So again, we're back to our journal, right? With our vision. And I've listed a lot of buts. And then down here, I'm writing sentences. and these are my musts. So I'm turning my but from, oh, but it's so cold outside, or I'm so tired, or I'm so stressed, and I'm turning them into musts. This is why I must change, and I must take the lead to change my family, right? Because here's the thing, the seeds that we plant today are what we're going to harvest later. So how we spend our time today with our kids is how they are going to behave as adults. It's how they're going to raise their kids. So we have to be purposeful, and we have to plant good seed so that we will have a good harvest later. So action steps, turn your butts into musts, and I would love to hear at least one of your musts on the Facebook page. So go ahead and post it, and I look forward to reading them. All right, have a good one.